Hello and welcome to Theme Park Information. In today's show we've got an in-depth episode for the one, the only Cedar Point, located in Sandusky, Ohio in the USA. Now this is a park that I've been to quite a few times and I actually have several videos already related into it, including how you should go about running the ride, and at some point I'm probably going to do a future plan video for it as well, e.g. what rides are going to be added in the future. That's not on the channel quite yet, but it should be at some point. So what about this park makes it so special? Mainly it's obviously the roller coasters. This park has some of the best coasters on the entire planet, mainly Steel Vengeance, Maverick, Millennium Force, Top Thrill Dragster. They're probably the big four. They're the ones which are really iconic. They're the ones which broke records and effectively put the park on the map. But it also has a fantastic supporting cast. It's very difficult to find a bad roller coaster at Cedar Point. I'll put it this way, my Corkscrew is probably one of the worst rides there, and would actually probably just be considered an okay coaster at almost every other park. What also sets Cedar Point apart from the rest is its phenomenal collection of thrill rides, and also its location as well. It's just in a fantastic position on a peninsula right up against Lake Erie. Very picturesque, very beautiful, and some of the roller coasters really utilise the location as well, mainly Millennium Force, which just looks gorgeous from the top. Now this park has some really cool night rides as well. It does say a lot when our first ever ride on Steel Vengeance was on the front row at night, which put a massive smile on my face, as you can imagine. Really big tick for that. The park itself is huge. It covers over 300 square acres. It's absolutely massive. It has a water park, which is actually good fun. There's a hotel in Hotel Bakers as well, and it never stayed there, but it looks pretty nice from the outside. I can't comment on what it's like inside. The water park's pretty cool. Right underneath where Magnum XL 200 is, which is also a great roller coaster as well. So the park is massive, generally full of attractions and rides, loads to do. Definitely a 2/3 day park. You may or may not need a fast pass, it depends how busy it is. You can actually be slightly robbed on the fast pass for this in some ways, especially for things like Millennium Force, stuff like that. The amount of times I've seen people go and use their fast pass for Millennium Force and effectively merge where the normal queue would have merged anyway, and then just have to queue for the same amount of people who haven't got it. A little bit disappointing. The park does maybe have a slight lack of food places or variety for such a large park. You'd expect it to maybe have more options. And also it does lack a little bit of shade as well. I mean, I know Sandusky isn't exactly the warmest part of the world, but obviously it does have lots of very open expanses where maybe some more shade would be welcome. It does have a train, which is really cool, and also it does feature a really cool couple of entrances as well. There's one at the second parking lot and then one at the main ones. They're the two which I've used personally, but there are actually one just under Valraven and stuff like that. So you could get into this park at a variety of points. It's a clean, tidy, well-presented park, well-maintained, well-kept up. Everything looks like it's in good working order and condition. Don't really have a bad or good thing to say about staff. They all seem pretty reasonable. I haven't had it where I've felt they've done anything against me, but at the same time, I wouldn't say they've gone out their way or anything like that. But yeah, just reasonable staffing, no problems there. As for future investments, we'll obviously cover that in another video, but obviously they are a tiny bit landlocked and struggling for space, so they'll probably have to remove stuff or be very creative with how they do it. What sort of problems does this park have? I actually think it lacks water rides in some ways. It's really weird because in the UK water rides are like a major accessory, where in the US there sometimes are, but not every park actually really utilises them. Like dolphins are loved in the UK and probably the rest of Europe as well, but not in the US. Don't quite get that. But this park, it has really good roller coasters, really good thrill rides, lacks water rides and dark rides and stuff like that. But I could see it improving in that area in the near future. It's very picturesque, very pretty, well presented. It's clearly the park which Cedar Fair put the most time and effort into, and rightly so. It's an absolute historic park. It's 150 years old at the minute, so happy birthday to Cedar Point there. Send them a little birthday card there. Wish I was going again. It's a park which I think most enthusiasts dream of. It's a park that I've wanted to go to since first seeing photos of Millennium Force in the year 2000. And it's well worth going. You probably will not be let down with it, especially if you're there for a few days. And no, you don't have to stay on site. It's quite easy to get to the park normally. And also driving around the outside is really nice and pretty. I'd recommend that. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the video today. As I said, Cedar Point's one of my personal favourite theme parks. I generally really enjoy going there. So like, comment and subscribe for more content, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.